just this massive part of our identity that I feel like was overlooked for a long time due to a lot of traumas people have experienced, throughout history.
With First Nations people who have intergenerational effects from residential school, something that's going to harm them or devalue them or somehow be hurtful to them, they're hypersensitive to it.
A lot of our young people were sent to residential school. We got punished for speaking our language.
I think my parents, along with other parents from the residential school, like if they spoke it, they were beaten. And a lot of them figured like moving forward as a people, it wouldn't be useful for us, like moving forward in the Western world.
I pretty near lost my Haisla language.
It's going to be lost if we don't do something now.
We had about over 200 speakers. We're down to 80.
That's one of my biggest fears, is that it's going to disappear before people capture it.
Ancestors, grandfathers and grandmothers, and all our ancestors who've gone on before us. Guide us and bless us as we move forward with this rapid word collection. To me, it's more than just the words. It's gathering all your knowledge, your stories, everything. There's a lot of history in this room. So I thank you, each one of you, for coming and sharing your knowledge, your strength, and your hope. Let's go to work, folks.
This rapid word collection project is extremely important to me. So I was connected with Scott Geary, who's the program director for First Nations Education Foundation. We met in Vancouver in April of 2018. We are now in person doing the rapid word collection project.
Our education department is supporting, together with First Nations Education Foundation, to bring linguists from Trinity University. They've been amazing, coordinating this, pulling it together.
There's so many Haisla fluent speakers, silent speakers, we call them. Those are people who can understand the language but not necessarily speak the language. And there's a lot of young learners as well too. That to me defines success in our language work, is that we have all these people together in one room working towards one goal.
What I'd like the group leaders to do is really focus on trying to set a scene for sky objects. Imagine yourself on a clear night looking at the sky, the sun just set and the moon and the stars are out. As you behold the sky, what are the words that are used to describe what you see, right? So imagine yourself in that situation.
In other processes to capture dictionaries, it's often the case that the language is made to fit English, and that can be a huge disservice to understanding your own language because it takes away your own sense of your own worldview.
It means a lot.
It means a lot, yeah, to rediscover our language again.
I didn't realize how much I remembered. We're talking about things that are totally, I thought I couldn't remember, but as soon as they start saying words and the other words just seem to come.
It makes me really happy to see them reliving memories You know, like one of the topics we got was Ulakin, and Vera just started spitting out words like left, right, center. She had them all coming like right to the front of her mind, and she said, "Oh, this takes me back to when I went to Ulakin camp growing up. This takes me back to making the grease and watching the whole process."
It's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of laughter, which is nice, because it brings out, gets rid of the shyness, makes us come out of our shell. And then we start remembering the words that are no longer being used.
So I wanted to start off by maybe discussing who the Haitmas and Mujik are for each clan of the Beaver and the Raven clan.
And you know, when you look at the word and you look at the definition, it brings back a memory. And I'm able to say the words.
Gupsane.
Once you have this new understanding and this new language, I guess, to describe everything around you, describe your life, the people, the way you feel, what you're seeing. It's like a whole new worldview that you're given. It's like a whole new world you can tap into.
Made me feel whole, that I was going to learn my language and other people are going to help me. In this program, it made me feel whole.
Okay, how do you want me to do this? One word?
Yep. So you
One, just once?
Yep.
Or
Just-
twice?
Sure, why don't you say it twice? So say the English.
Because I usually do twice with Chuck.
Perfect.
And when I was teaching, I would say it twice in Haisla, once in English, and then again in Haisla.
Whatever you think will be.
I'll say it twice.
Okay, great.
Tzacham, fireweed. Tzacham.
Yeah, that's
So let's get Tamala, and then we'll get Sama.
Yeah, okay.
I just enjoyed doing this program. All my life I talking Haisla. And someone will say I'm too cheeky.
It means a lot to me to be able to share.
They're eager to carry on their story, the family story, the nation's story for the future generations.
That's something that I'm seeing happening here, is that we're getting that perspective back as Haisla people, and that's captured within our language. We get a strong sense of who we are as a people through our language. It's amazing that this process is only a small piece of what's to come. There will be a website that will be accessible by our Gikulut, our Haisla people.
I'm glad they're putting together this and eventually having it woven into the Western world via apps or online videos and dictionaries and whatnot.
What we more recently are doing is collecting our culture and language team and getting organized and developing curriculum from preschool to post-secondary.
I'm thankful that this will be passed on to the younger generation, and to have a dictionary where all the words, they can find all the words they need in it, would be awesome.
The people that are helping us deliver this project, First Nations Education Foundation, they're well equipped to train us to take over the work so that we can continue on this work. This process won't end here. We can come back and repeat it as many times as we need to. I don't think it will ever be finished, because it will always be a living, breathing resource for us. And it can only help us strengthen our identity and strengthen our connections as people.
Each one of us moving forward from this day can say, I helped protect and preserve and strengthen our clan system, our culture, our language. Each one of you can say that.
Knowing that this work will help people gain the same confidence and gain the same sense of pride that I have to be a Haisla person now. It's something I didn't grow up with, so I'm really happy that my children and future generations, they'll be built up with pride that we were denied to have as Indigenous people.
Makes me proud to be a Haisla.
It's, I don't know how to say it, but I'm just happy it's happening now. Very happy.
Thank you, or analja, I guess I should say analja, from the bottom of my wasam, the bottom of my heart.
We're making history. I'm smiling because it's going to happen. Our language is going to be alive.